It'll be one to go this time by. Coming to the green, buddy, coming to the green. Let's go get him. Go, 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 Dick, 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 go, 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 go.
Get your motor running. Head out on the highway.
Additional questions? We'll go upstairs for one. We'll go upstairs for the one.
Monty Dutton, Gaston Gazette. For much of the day, there seemed to be a pattern that when Kyle Busch was ahead, it seemed like a short run thing, and then Carl, you would often track him down, either take, well, you took the lead once on a dream, but at least get close. And the last time in particular, when he got out of the pits, you two pitted together, then he got pitted afterwards, and he came out, oh, I don't know, maybe 2 seconds ahead, and before you knew it, it was 6 seconds. So
right.
The obvious thing that you think about, first of all, there's always arrow push, but secondly, there's always some suspicion that he had it all day and then he used it, or that was his car stronger or your car weaker? Well, how do you think that shook out?
Okay, well, there's a lot to it, but the bottom line is he picked up about, I don't know, a couple seconds on us, got out there, and then the other thing is we made an adjustment, and for some reason, I'm not sure, I think my car has a bump stop that failed or something like that, but my car felt pretty terrible there for the first 30, 40 laps of that last run, and he got to build that big lead. But I don't think he was saving it. Every time I passed him, he was working as hard as a guy could work in that car. I could see it. So I think it just all worked out in the best case for him and worst case for us.
So is there another question upstairs?
jpennell.hardcoreracefans.com. This is for Greg. Another week, another strong run, but also another mechanical failure or mechanical issue. After you came out of the pits that last time, you came over the radio, said you wanted to have a talk with Jack. What's going on there? What's so frustrating? How do you solve these problems?
Well, Carl and I both kind of had the same issue. We had some difficulty with lap traffic, and I was frustrated that. Thanks, thank you, Carl. I'm sticking up for you because I know you're upset about it. And the thing is you don't. It's a delicate situation. It's a really delicate situation to talk about because you can't say, just get out of my way, you can't race. Although that's what Tony Stewart a lot of times does. He doesn't put up with, the guy's not getting out of his way when he's got a faster race car, and he'll let you know it. And this car is so difficult. When you get 10, 15 car lengths away from a guy, it just stops. And you can't get any closer. It's not like you can get up and push air on his bumper and try and get him out of the way. And so Carl and I both spent about 10 laps, 8 laps behind, one of our teammate cars and lost a tremendous amount of track position. That's where he lost all of his track position to the 18 car. I saw it happen. And then the same thing happened to me. I was on Carl's bumper. When I got by him, Carl was almost a straightaway ahead of me. Almost a straightaway. And my second place finish was out the window. There's no way I was going to catch Carl. So, but at the same time, that guy is racing for his sponsor, his team, his guys, Ford, and deserves, every right to be out on the racetrack and run as hard as he can as well as everybody else. But there are certain circumstances that we look at. There's no cars around him. He's not racing side by side with somebody like the 26 and 31. They're racing for the lucky dog. They were going at it, balls out, racing each other hard. I don't expect them to move over, but when there's a guy by himself running along and holds you up for 10 laps, that's not acceptable.
Go to Bob.
Bob Margolis, Yahoo Sports. Well, Greg, then it raises the question of, what's wrong with the chrome horn? And are you afraid that it's going to damage the car or get you penalized or what?
You can't get there. You can't catch them. You can't get close enough to put the bumper on them because the car is so aero tight. It's so big. It's punching such a big hole in the air, you just can't get to the guy's bumper. Or I'd have jacked his tires off the ground, sent him in the fence backwards. I'd have done it in a second, but I just couldn't get there. And then when I did get there, he just moved over, you know. But it's tough, you know. I would have. There's no doubt. I would have used it, you know, all of it. But that's the frustrating thing, you know. They're like, these guys, it's kind of, they may not know it, you know, or they may know it, you know, they're catching other cars. But when you catch a car and he's 4 car lengths ahead of you, you're just parked. Your car just stops like something's broken, you know, and you can't get any closer. You try the high line, the low line. You try and diamond the corner and get a run at him. You try anything you can do to get within a car length of him to say, hey, I'm here, give me a break. And then they normally will. But sometimes you get stalled out that 4 car lengths back, and you just, I was behind the 21 car. You know, there was cars in front of him, and I didn't, you know, expect him to move out of the way. But I was behind him for 15, 17 laps. Couldn't pass him. Couldn't pass him and the guys in front of him, you know, just that's how NASCAR and everybody wanted these cars to be really close together. Everybody's got the same car. When everybody has the same car, you can't pass.
Is it just that you just can't make any headway, you're saying, or is the front end go away? Or
Yeah,
a combination of both?
Both. The car just slides. You go down to the corner and the front end just slides up the racetrack, won't grab a hold. You go to the gas, it'll either be like a little loose or start sliding the nose. You got to come off the gas up off the corner because it's going to hit the fence, and then they drive away from you. You spend 2 more laps getting back as close as you can to them. You know, it's really tough, and it's all it is. And everybody's got the same, you know, everybody's got the same problems. There's no doubt. But when they're your teammates, we need to work, you know, closer together on issues like that.
Is this why we are seeing races regularly where the guy in the lead can jump out to such a huge lead because clean air is king right now?
Yes. Yeah, clean air is king. I mean, you know, when I was in front of Carl, I saw Carl 5 car lengths back, and Kyle Busch. I'll say that story for another day, but they can't get any closer. They're 3, 4 car lengths back. They cannot get any closer. They can't get any closer. And I slowed down a little bit off one of those starts, and to try and let Kyle Busch get closer to my car, and he stayed 3 car lengths back. You know, he just couldn't drive up on me.
Go to Jerry.
Jerry Bunkowski, Yahoo Sports. Greg, I'm going to throw you a curveball of a question here. You want to win a race, you're competitive, but when you see a guy get that far ahead of you, do you almost admire him that he's able to do that and you're not?
Yeah, I mean, probably the same thing he was thinking at the beginning of the race when he couldn't see me anymore. You know, they got the cars right now, you know, and he kept adjusting on his car, and at the end, he got his car right and was able to drive off and manipulate traffic better than us. That's really the key. Whoever could get through traffic could just murder you. And at the beginning of the race, I could just mow traffic down. I could get through them like, you know, my car had cut to the bottom, and I could get through them really fast. And I could tell other guys had problems with that. Then, from about 2/3 of the race on, I had trouble with traffic. And Carl could get by the guys, and then I was stuck, you know, or Kyle or whatever. So I was kind of racing Carl first, and then Kyle second. But, you know, they were able to get by the traffic much faster than I was. I was just too tight. I was too loose in one run, and I tightened it up, and that just killed me for the end. I should have known the track was tightening and putting more rubber down. It's just a mistake on my part.
Further questions? Thank you, Greg.